You might be losing money every single day without even realizing it. Tiny financial habits, barely noticeable, could be keeping you broke, even if you work hard. In this video, I'll walk you through 15 common behaviors that silently drain your bank account and block your path to financial freedom. Stick around till the end, because the last habit is the most dangerous. And if this content resonates with you, go ahead and like the video, drop a comment below telling me which habit you're cutting out today, and don't forget to subscribe. 1. Relying on a single source of income. Depending on just one income stream is like trying to balance a table on one leg. Unstable, risky, and temporary. A job crisis, illness, or sudden layoff can wipe out your entire budget. That feeling of security? It's an illusion when your paycheck is your only safety net. Studies show that people with multiple income streams not only earn more, but also have greater control over their time and freedom to make smarter life choices. Options are financial power. When you rely on just one path, you're always on the edge. You can start small, freelancing in your field, offering mentoring sessions, selling digital products, investing in funds, or even starting a content channel based on something you already know. An extra $50 a week can change everything. The key is to plant seeds now, so you can enjoy freedom later. 2. Playing the status game. Buying things to impress others is a quiet addiction. It might seem harmless, but over time, it eats away at your financial health. Cars you can't afford to maintain, expensive clothes you rarely wear, trips bought on credit, just to win applause from people who don't really care. Before making any purchase, ask yourself, if no one could see this, would I still spend the money? That one question helps you see whether your desire is real or just a need for approval. Most impulse buys aren't about necessity, they're about ego. Financial freedom starts when you stop worrying about what others think. Don't live to prove something. Live to build something. The people who truly succeed are the ones who learn to spend with purpose, not to show off. 3. Disorganized finances. Do you know exactly how much money comes in and goes out every month? If your answer is sort of, that's already a problem. Lack of clarity in your financial life creates the perfect setup for chaos and poor decisions. Disorganization leads to constant stress. You're always worried your card might get declined or that you'll go over your limit without noticing. When you don't know where your money is, you end up overspending and saving less than you could. Being organized gives you freedom. Use apps, spreadsheets, or even a notebook. Automate your bills, categorize expenses, and schedule a weekly money check-in. These small habits take you out of the dark and put you in control of your journey. 4. Scarcity mindset. Believing that someone else's success reduces your chances of winning is a dangerous illusion. That's the root of the scarcity mindset, and it holds you back before you even begin. You sabotage yourself without realizing it. This kind of thinking breeds envy, toxic comparison, and fear of investing in yourself. When you believe there's not enough to go around, someone else's win feels like your loss. It keeps you stuck and blocks creative ideas that could change your life. But you can reprogram your mind. See other success as motivation. Create space for collaboration, not competition. The world is full of opportunities, but you need to believe it to actually see them. 5. Paying for convenience, the comfort tax. Have you ever added up how much you spend on food delivery, ride sharing, express shipping, or bank fees? That's the comfort tax. It seems small, but over time, it becomes a financial black hole. We're not saying never to use these services. The issue is how often and how unplanned these expenses are. Paying extra for convenience every day is a luxury that adds up, especially if you're still getting your finances in order. Plan your meals, take public transport when possible, avoid unnecessary ATM withdrawals, and use no-fee digital banks. These small shifts over the course of a month can free up a surprising amount of money to invest or save. 6. Following the crowd. If you're doing exactly what everyone else is doing, chances are you'll end up with the same average results. The market rewards those who stand out, not those who repeat what's already been done. Following the crowd is the fastest path to saturation. While you're busy copying others, you miss the chance to discover your own strengths and stand out for something unique. The problem with going with the flow is that you step into a game where competition is fierce and growth potential is low. Think of college entrance exams, government jobs, or generic business models. Everyone fighting for the same space. In those environments, real opportunity is scarce. And if you don't stand out, you become just another face in the crowd. Instead, lean into what makes you different. Look for niches where your voice can stand out, where you can offer something fresh. That's where true competitive advantage lies, and where the most sustainable profits come from. Remember, innovation doesn't require genius, just the courage to take a path most people haven't seen yet. 7. Thinking you already know everything. The biggest enemy of learning is arrogance disguised as confidence. When you think you've learned enough, you close the door to new insights, fresh opportunities, and personal growth. And the truth is, in the world of money, what you don't know can cost you a lot and keep you stuck. Finance is constantly changing. New tech, new investments, new business models. If you're not updating yourself, you're falling behind. Many people lose money simply because they're unaware of what's changing around them. Meanwhile, those who stay curious adapt faster and find creative solutions others can't see. Be curious like a beginner. Ask questions, read, listen. Replace "I already know" with "what else can I learn?" That kind of humility is one of your greatest assets. Being willing to listen is what allows you to grow, both personally and financially. 8. Focusing only on problems. Seeing everything through a negative lens is a destructive habit. It traps you in a cycle of complaints, excuses, and stagnation. Instead of acting, you become an expert at pointing out what's wrong. It drains your energy, kills your motivation, and turns every challenge into an impossible wall. This mindset clouds your perspective. Opportunities pass you by because your brain is trained to see barriers, not solutions. It becomes an emotional block that keeps you financially stuck. Negativity becomes a mental pattern, and you start seeing the world as an enemy instead of a field of possibilities. Start practicing the habit of solution-focused thinking. When faced with a challenge, pause and ask, what's the next possible step? That small shift in focus could be the spark that changes everything. Change your mindset, and your actions will follow. What you feed is what grows. 9. Constantly comparing yourself to others. Social media has turned some people's highlights into everyone else's measuring stick. You see pictures of trips, success stories, and shiny things, and suddenly you feel behind. But that's not reality, it's personal branding. You're comparing your tough day to someone else's best edited moment, and that will always feel unfair. Constant comparison damages your self-esteem, confidence, and productivity. You waste energy focusing on lives that aren't yours. And often you give up just because you think you're too far behind. Your attention shifts outward, and you forget to celebrate your own progress and wins. Fix this by curating your content consciously. Follow accounts that inspire, not ones that trigger envy. Remember, everyone is on a different timeline, and what really matters is your own growth. Disconnect from comparison and reconnect with your own path. You are exactly where you need to be to take your next step. 10. Surrounding yourself with people just like you. Hanging out only with people who have the same habits and ambitions feels safe, but it's risky. Your environment shapes your behavior. And if everyone around you spends more than they earn, chances are you will too. Humans adapt to the group. And if the group doesn't grow, neither will you. To grow financially, you need to surround yourself with people who think differently, who challenge you, who share knowledge. High-level environments naturally pull you upward, even without you noticing. These relationships expand your perspective, expose you to new ideas, and awaken dreams you didn't even know you had. Look for groups, events, and communities with a growth mindset. Sometimes one right conversation in the right place changes everything. The people you spend time with are your biggest invisible asset. Choose your circle wisely. 11. Putting off important financial decisions. I'll deal with it later. That phrase has wrecked more bank accounts than you can imagine. Every day you delay is a day compound interest works against you, whether in debt or misinvestment opportunities. This quiet kind of procrastination causes real losses. Even when you're doing nothing, delaying your emergency fund, ignoring old debts, or not starting to invest are all decisions that silently pile up. You keep postponing small actions until the problem turns into an avalanche. Use the 2-minute rule. If something important can be started now, take a tiny action. 1 click, 1 phone call, 1 account opened. The key is to break the inertia. Moving, even just a little, starts shifting your financial direction. 12. Not negotiating prices or terms. A lot of people lose money simply because they're afraid to negotiate. They accept fixed prices, high fees, and unfavorable terms, as if questioning things were off limits. But if you don't ask, you pay more. And over time, that adds up. Negotiation isn't a favor, it's a right. In many cases, just asking can get you better deals. This applies to purchases, services, contracts, and even your salary. Businesses and service providers expect it, and usually offer something better only when you show interest. Practice simple phrases like, "Is that the best you can do?" Or, "Is there a more affordable option?" You've already got the no, but a yes could save you real money. Negotiating is smart money management in action, and you can and should do it regularly. 13. Spending out of boredom or emotion. Many people shop when they're bored, anxious, or emotionally drained. The sense of relief is temporary, but the financial impact lingers. It's a quick fix that turns into regret the moment the credit card notification pops up. It's what we call emotional spending. Sales, discount alerts, and emotional triggers lead you to spend without thinking. And by the time you realize it, the bill's already due. This habit doesn't solve the emotional issue. It just covers it up for a few minutes. Create a cool-off rule. See something you want? Wait 24 hours. If it still makes sense, go ahead. If not, replace the impulse with a free hobby that brings you real joy. Filling the emotional void with purpose, not purchases, is the key to lasting freedom. 14. Ignoring small recurring expenses. Do you remember all the subscriptions you're paying for? What about those monthly bank fees? Small recurring charges silently add up, and by the end of the month, they make a real dent. It's like a leaky bucket. No matter how much you pour in, it keeps dripping out. This financial leak is sneaky. $5 here, $10 there, and before you know it, you've lost hundreds on things you barely use, and most of it automatically charged. The worst part is you don't notice the waste until you realize that money's missing when you need it most. Fix it with a quarterly audit. Review all fixed costs. Cancel what doesn't add value. Renegotiate fees. Money wasted on things you don't miss is money that could be growing. Cutting invisible extras is the first step toward breathing room in your budget. 15. Living paycheck to paycheck. Spending everything you earn is like walking a tightrope. One unexpected event, and your entire financial balance collapses. And life, as we know, is full of surprises. Illness, job loss, urgent repairs. Even small problems like a flat tire or a surprise prescription can lead to debt. That's how the cycle begins. You use credit, take out a loan, pay interest, and feel stuck. Without an emergency fund, every little issue turns into financial chaos. Build a safety net. Start by saving 5% of your income in a separate account. It might seem small, but with consistency, it becomes your lifeline in tough times. This simple habit is your shield against panic when life gets unpredictable. Small habits, big consequences. You don't have to change everything overnight, but you do have to start. Cutting these behaviors from your routine could be the turning point between just getting by and building a life of abundance. Now tell me in the comments, which of these habits did you recognize in yourself? And which one will you eliminate first? Hit the like button. Share this video with someone who also needs a financial reset, and subscribe for more content like this. Your financial future starts with better choices today.